It's your boy.
Wait a minute.
You not be ready.
Give me a hand sign. I used to sing in the choir. Give me a director.
You not be ready. Hey, Adrian.
Yeah.
It's okay. We working together today, Ali. Woo! Hey, Aunt Teresa. Hey, Casey.
All the I've been having a great time. Yes, a lot of my shit has been just like it happened out there. Do I got
It's today was
so I was like everybody I've been talking to since I've been here.
All right, JD, let's do it quick. Go.
All right, what's up? This your boy JD of the I Am Royalty Radio Sunday Takeout. I have a special guest with me all the way from Chi-Town.
Chi-Town in the house.
Chi-Town. Eddie Pierce from the Ram Room Publishing. We're gonna, get into deep on some good stuff. Love Changes, the Love series. He has 3 books out now, and also our birthdays. We share the same. Well, close enough. 48 hours. So we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna let my engineer over here give us some tunes so we can get it together. You guys can watch and tune in. So we'll be here from 3 to 4 today. If you got questions, you can call in 972-591-8636 if you want to ask some questions, if you wanted to give insight on some of the things and topics we're talking about today. And I'll give you a little introduction once the music and stuff is done, and then we'll go from there. Hit it.
I'll be right back.
So much my stuff that you gotta figure out. But it's like so I did that. You did that. That was freestyle.
Yeah, and see, I know I wrote some stuff.
Because sometimes what I do is I'll come on, I'll be like, bam body, my radio show about to kick off.
Yeah, and see, I know he always plays. He always plays something, and then he'll kind of count me in. Then I'll come in, but hey.
No, we can do that. I just wanted to do something after 3 o'clock.
Okay. Hey everybody. Hey everybody.
Guys said put it in airplane. Me, put it in airplane. Because I don't want to pop up on your radio. Because then now you can see a text message that you just really
right. Hey Victor.
Oh, I'm about to say it on the air, but
30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay.
I think it's the video company name, right?
Oh, yeah.
It is not for.
So let me see. So I'm gonna do an introduction first, and then I'm gonna have one question first.
You already live?
Yeah. Come on. Let me show them the gates. Wave at the gate.
Hey, gays. They have on.
Okay.
So we got. Okay. What's up? It's your boy JD of I Am Royalty Radio's The Sunday Takeout. Again, like I said before, we have a special guest all the way from Chi-Town. Chi-Town in the house. Shout out to all my everybody playing.
Right, y'all better play.
Shout out to all my Chicagoites that are in Chicago. Shout out to Garrett's Popcorn, because I love Garrett's Popcorn. But y'all, we have Eddie Pierce from Rainbow Room Publishing from Chicago here today. He's going to be talking about the Love series. He's already has 3 books out. One is called Something Infinite, right? And it was published on November 12th of 2011. And then we got Love, the second series, which is From Behind, which was published June the 30th of 2013. And then, of course, we're back here now with Love Changes. So I was reading up on some things about the book, and it really talks about a lot about different relationship changes, self-esteem. It also has something to do with our political as well, because I read about, the Trayvon Martin case and all of that. So it really has a lot to deal with a worldwide genre of things and issues that we deal with on a daily basis, especially being African American, being minorities, being gay, lesbian, whatever it is. We deal with a lot. So this book channels a lot about love. It channels a lot about our heritage and then what goes on in the community. So this is the 7th year anniversary for Rainbow Room, and I'm happy to have him here to celebrate not only that, but with me. Who could, so celebrating on the Sunday Takeout coming all the way from Chicago. So I wanted to ask you, Eddie, when did Rainbow Room Publishing come about, and what is its purpose?
The first book, Love Something Infinite, I was working with a self-publishing service to get the book done. So basically what that is that you give them the manuscript. You didn't even really have to give them a cover, but I had some reason why I wanted my own cover. And when I got done with that whole process, as I understood and still understand the title or the responsibilities of and the function of the publisher, they're the person that pays for everything to happen, and they orchestrate it all. And in the sense of me paying them and saying, these are the answers, this is the cover of the music. So somewhere in their logic, 1 + 1 is 2, God said you're a publisher. And I said, oh, so I need a company now. Company name. And cute story, won't go very long into it, but back when I was first coming out, many moons ago, maybe 2001, there were few people in my life, particularly talking about friendships, social circles. I'm also talking about college, undergrad primarily, and maybe 4 or 5 people knew. And then I, being me, I guess it's kind of a publisher, I sent one of these emails out to literally almost 70 people, and I was looking, I guess, for some validation that they loved me knowing that I was gay. And there were a number of responses. They didn't come to me, but there were some people apparently that, because in it I was talking about who knew when they knew, and some people felt that they were closer to me than they were. And they were, but they felt on some level slighted, I guess, because they didn't know when somebody else knew. And so I got into a conversation with one of my best girlfriends, Yvonne Wimbish, I'm going to name her. She said, well, Eddie, it's kind of like you had a party at the Rainbow Room, and everybody thought that they were on the A-list and they came in at the same time. Some people came in and were actually on the B-list, not knowing that, the people you were really kicking it with or really being transparent with had already been to the party and went to the after party. Right. So it turned into this joke of every time I had an event at my home, it was Eddie's Rainbow Room. And when it came time, I didn't think about another name at all. When I needed a name for the company, it just Rainbow Room Publishing. Yes.
So it started off as like a little get together.
Right. And then the night that the first book was released, it was the night that, for me, the company officially started. So they both shared that anniversary as well as also being my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where the name came about.
Yes.
So, in saying that, normally like when we are starting something, and especially a dream that we have, it always ends up being around friends. Like close friends and stuff, because normally a lot of people don't really believe in what the dreams and passions that you have, so you have to literally kind of set yourself apart. So being that you started with friends, and then came up with a name, that's a good thing. So then so now the question I have now, what is the purpose for the Rainbow Room? Like besides the books, what is the purpose for Rainbow Room Publishing?
So initially, much like the writing itself, the first book and everything, it was about fulfilling something for me. And when it came to this, figuring out this whole process and how different things, different reasons, I've always said to myself up to that point that I would never get anything published, that it couldn't happen. I saw that I made a path, and then it turned into a thought that, well, if I can do this for myself, how many other people can I help navigate this thing. I felt that my story was important. I feel that there are a lot of other stories that are important, and they don't get out there purely because there are obstacles or people just don't even know the options they have. So it very early on became the idea that at some point I was going to start publishing other people. And it was very prophetic, even in a biblical sense, that God told me to change even my Facebook handle from Eddie Teron Pierce author to publisher. And I was like, well, I'm not even ready to do that yet. And I, over the years, took the handle off because I felt like a fraud. I was waiting for somebody else to ask me who else had been published, not seeing the work and what I had done. And but my spirit would just itch. You need to change that back. You have to put that back on there. That is who you are. That's your name. And so now here we are 7 years later. And I just recently announced that we're open for submissions in the sense of anyone that wants to do what I did in the sense of going through a self-paid situation, but I'm trying to trim all the fat away, make sure they're only getting what they need, providing an option where they didn't have to do what I did, which was drop a lump sum for the project. I'm saying we're going to pay for it as you go through the process.
I read that.
I'm making it more affordable. And then another amazing thing with this anniversary coming up, I'll actually be doing the very first paid publishing seminar.
Okay.
So not saying that paid in the sense of people having to pay a ticket, but I'm getting an honorary for doing it.
Okay.
And so it set the stage for God to say, you're not doing this for free. You got to make this money. You want to go overseas, right?
Right.
You got to take some value of what you got. But and it's also see, and that's why I said I got to stay on this mic. That's Ali, y'all. Yeah. But I also in the process of developing all of that learned actually another good girlfriend of mine in Single Ryan back home. She said you need to just write a publishing guide, just something real quick, something. And she said this over a year ago, and I had to work through a lot of things and figure out some things. But just actually, since I've been here, I got to the point where it's been written, cover's been designed, it's been dropped where it needs to be printed and everything. And one of the final stages is for them to send you a proof copy to approve and make sure it's right. Since I've been here, that's come. And I'm going to get with my mom on the phone, on the Facebook.
So since you've been here?
I can see it. Yeah, so I can say that she's ready.
Okay.
But that's going to drop on that same day. So I'll be able to use that as a text, as a visual aid in the sense of this can be done. I'm going to say it. God told me.
Yeah.
I know how to do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'm going to help you know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so you have three customer bases being served. You have the person that wants to be a do-it-yourselfer, like I did. There's a guide that I honestly believe anyone that picks it up can read it from cover to cover and tweak it according to what they need and do exactly what I did. The services will allow anyone who I've heard this all these years from other authors, and it's a very valid stance that they only want to be the writer. They don't want to do all that other stuff. I just had a different aspiration. Right. A better one, just a different one. And so that customer base is fulfilled in that they can do the manuscript onto me, we can get it edited, you can get the layout done on the inside, we can get your cover together, here's a book, it's out, it's being sold, you can sell it. You talked about starting things with friends. In the midst of all this, I did some different research, and it was suggested, it was amazing that I saw that I accomplished this myself twice. But it was suggested that the average person who self-publishes can sell 100 to 150 books. And when you think about that, that's your friends, your family, your church members, your co-workers, folks on the block. You know, you do a book release or whatever, or you play to your niche, which is my